Alright, let's go. Okay, so let's take a bet, chat. Do you think that Emily will recognize that Jack is the Ripper in this route? Or do you think most of the route is her gonna be going, Jack would never be a killer. Jack would never be the Ripper. Defined recognize, like being like, oh, that's Jack Miller's, the guy that I am friends with. She will, but it's gonna be painfully slow. Is it gonna be like Watson, remembering Watson's childhood slow? God, I hope not. The hope now faintly at the back of my mind, I quickly followed him. Kinda.
皆さん、
Good
ごきげ
morning,
んよ
class.
う。さて、新聞では連続殺人の事件が騒がれていますね。
Faster than Watson, but still in
探偵ク
denial.
ラスの皆さんも興味を持っている
Yeah,
こ
that
と
sounds
でしょう。
understandable. Now, I'm sure each of you is aware of the murder in Whitechapel through the papers, and that naturally your interests are piqued as detectives.
ですが、
Which is why
連
I
続
feel
殺人
compelled
犯
to
はまだ
state
捕まって
the
いま
culprit
せ
is
ん。
still yet to be
流行
apprehended.
る気持ちはわか
And
りま
with
す
how
が、
eager you may be
皆
for
さんが無
more,
茶をしな
I
いか
fear you may well
先
act
生
on
は心配で
impulse.
す。警察の捜査の邪魔に
It
なるよう
wouldn't
な
do
こと
to
があっ
obstruct
て
the
はい
police's
けませんし、
investigation. It would
皆
be
さんが
worse
事
if
件に
anyone were
巻
to
き込
find
まれては
themselves
大
entangled in
変
the
です。
case and be injured or killed.
いいですね。必要があったら警察の方からしかるべき時に協力を要請します。それまで余計なことをしないように。
You must understand that if they need your assistance, they will ask for it. Until then, stay far away. What's that? Go near the Whitechapel murder scenes? Okay.
くれぐれも独自にイーストエンドを見に行こうなどと考えてはいけませんよ。
And under no circumstances are you to think about traveling to the East End to investigate independently.
先生も今
This
朝は
rather
警
strict
察から
warning
厳
came
重
straight
注
from
意
my
を
mouth
受け
of
て
an officer this morning. And I should
あんな
say,
に緊
I
張
haven't
した
been
の
this
は
tense since I was
自
told
転
off
車
for
の飲
riding
酒
my
運転
bicycle
で
whilst
注意され
drunk.
た時以
What?
来ですよ。
He got a DUI, driving under the influence, on a bicycle. The poor man seemed to radiate exhaustion.
で、ホームズ君とワト
Incidentally,
ソン君
Mr.
には
Holmes, Mr.
ヤードのレ
Watson,
ストレード
an
警部か
exception
ら
has been
力
made
を
for you
貸して
two
ほ
at
し
the
いと
request of
要
Inspector
請が来てい
Lestrade
ま
of
す。
Scotland Yard.
今日の放課後、
They're to send a
ヤード
carriage
が
to the
校門前
academy's
に
front gate
馬
after
車を用
school,
意するそうで
after
す。
which he'll be taken to the
それ
scene.
で、二人は現場へ向かってください。
学園を通して依頼してくるなんて、警部もいよいよ必死になってきたみたいだな。
He must be desperate to send for help through the academy.
なるほど。警察の要請ですか。今頃。
Really? I think it's about time they asked. Holmes said this in a disinterested tone, but his fists began to clench with anticipation, and his eyebrows raised exquisitively from all the inquiries he had in mind.
その時、もし事件の有力な手がかりや資料などがあれば持ってきてほしいそうです。
If you have any materials you believe will benefit them, and they have asked you to bring those as well.
わかりました。
Of course. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
あれ、ホームズ、資料は事務所じゃ。
Huh? Aren't they back at the office? Okay, I'm sorry. How could shampoo not be cruelty free? Eh? Wait, what happened? Did you find a shampoo that says that it's not cruelty free? We tested this on animals. It did harm them. Huh?
いつも持ち歩いているさ。いつ警部の要請が
I
あって
carry
も
my
いいように
works
な
with me at all times, just so I may be well prepared for whenever the inspector finally thinks to summon us. A banner ad saying some shampoo was cruelty-free. Oh, I see. But it never came to mind that shampoo would not be cruelty-free. Yeah, I think there's like a law against it, but I guess technically, I guess if you want to be illegal, I guess make your shampoo not be cruelty-free. I guess it's in the context of animals. I guess some shampoo you can't really use on animals. Cause I guess like I am not ahead of like what goes into shampoo, but maybe some shampoo has like some like oil or something that like some animals are sensitive to or something. Or like, oh, maybe it takes away too much oil or something. Cause I heard that like you need some oil. So like if you take all the oil away from like the animals, it might cause them issues or something. Yeah, definitely for animals, but I don't get why you wouldn't just test it on, you know, human hair. Yeah, well, why do you think people use rats to test stuff? I guess that could make sense, yeah. I carry my work with me at all times, just so I may be well prepared for whenever the inspector finally thinks to summon us. We gotta see how this works on humans. Let's give it to a rat.
やる気満々だな。
At least it's not like Watson. Well, I applaud your enthusiasm. Mr. I like animals, but I shoot mice for sport over here. The bell signaling the end of registration chimed. Mr. Mackenzie left the classroom. I felt it safe enough to begin asking my own inquiries.
Holmes.
So, you've agreed to investigate the case after school then, Holmes?
まあこんなことになるので
I
はと
had an
思ってい
inkling
た
it would happen.
ミス・ホワイトリー君もこの事件には少なからず興味があるんじゃないか
Does your asking mean you're interested in this case to some degree, Miss Whiteley?
これだけ世間を騒がせているんだもの。
Oh, very much. It's on the lips of every person in London, so how could I not be?
それなら今日の捜査に同行したまえ
Then come with us to investigate.
いいの？私は警察の要請を受けていないわ。ただの野じ馬と一緒なんじゃ。
Is that alright? The yard hasn't asked for my help, so wouldn't I be a nuisance?
なんだこれは興ざめだな君の探
We
求
need a
心
little
はそ
bit
の
of a
程度か
nuisance in our life, right? Damn me, this is disappointing. I thought you had more fire than that. Holmes's sigh was soft. Perhaps from how defeated he already was for my answer. Yeah, sorry, I'm not on your route anymore, Holmes.
ま君にその気があればだ何より君にはその女王陛下の刻印が入った指輪がある
Recall that, should you ever be so inclined to participate, you do have Her Majesty's ring.
誰の目をも欺く事件だからこそミス・ホワイトリーの単純明快な推理が役に立つと思ったのだかな
And that this case has outwitted everyone thus far is the very reason I feel your simple-minded reasoning may be precisely what's needed. Damn, what an asshole.
単純明快って。
We need a little bit of a nuisance in our life. Yeah, back away. Did you just insult me? Yeah, that's Holmes, alright.
おい、待てよ、ホームズ。
Fuck you, I'm gonna team up with the villain. Wait 1 second, Holmes. Watson intervened whilst looking quite sore.
彼女をそんな危険な目に遭わせるなんて。
Do you know the danger you would put her in by involving her? Are you serious? And Holmes like, yeah, and you know what? It wouldn't be that bad if she died.
ああ僕はいつでも本気だ
Deadly, my dear friend. I'm always serious. I'm simply giving the world a benefit by involving Emily in this case. If she solves the case, that's cool. If she dies, that's also cool. Oh my god, spooky! Thank you so much for the raid! How's it going? How's Hollow Knight? I think I saw you were playing that. How'd that go? Holmes's root Holmes versus Jack root Holmes. Yeah, hi, welcome. Hi everyone coming in from the raid. My name is Elio. I'm a bunny from outer space. I like playing visual novels, JRPGs, and RPG Maker horror games. Yeah, we just started. We just started a new route, which is Jack the Ripper's route. So we are gonna be dating a murderer. I hope I get involved in many life-endangering situations. Well, Hollow Knight was hell today, but still somehow fun. Ooh, nice. How far are you in that game? Hope you're doing good? Yeah, I'm doing real good. I'm excited for this route because I heard that this has like a lot of like bad endings that you can go into if you like fuck up. So I'm curious how far it goes with like the bad endings, because so far the bad endings in like the regular routes weren't all that like bad. So I hope they go like really extra considering we're dating a murderer. Yeah, Jack is a red flag, but red is my favorite color. So yeah, exactly.
そうか。そうだろう。
Too lazy to look for sprites.
お前
What
なら
did you
確か
do?
にそうかもしれない。
Yeah, we just got done playing Holmes's route yesterday. Holmes and other routes. If she dies, that's better for everyone. Holmes and his route. I will make Emily happy. Yeah, his whole route was like him being like, I can't work on cases because I'm too horny. I love Emily so much. We just finished, Deepness, but not sure how far we still have to go. Ooh, good luck. Love the sunny emo. Oh, thank you. Speaking of, I was just talking with someone about Omori, how he finished the sunny route, and it made me want to go back and play some more Omori with like the mod that I got linked that adds like console stuff to the PC version, because I only have the PC version. I might do an Omori stream to do that at some point. I think I have to prep some saves for like the boss gauntlet if I do it, because I don't know if the Steam Cloud still has all my stuff when I played, because I remember I used mods when I played last time to give me like 99 save slots. Oh, delayed spooky reader. Oh, hello there, Betty. Thank you. Is it Betty? Beige R? Welcome, and thank you for the follow too. I always hear how hard Hollow Knight is, but also how good the game is. Yeah, I remember watching Barn do like the gauntlet or something. It looked really hard. I didn't know there was a mod like that. I finished the Sunny route just last Sunday. I could play that game 20 times. So true. Yeah, my friend only played Sunny route, and it made me like nostalgic for Hikikomori route. When you're looking at memes and are late for your streams, that's Omori. Yeah, I was talking about Omori, and then I also got distracted talking about Mystic Messenger. Because I've been playing Mystic Messenger on my phone, and I'm near the end of Jaehee's route. You didn't sing it. Mystic Messenger, my beloved. Yeah, so far, I think I've done all of the casual routes, and I need to grind my hourglasses to unlock Deep Route, but I'm very excited to date 707. That you are, and it's so predictable of you that I should never have doubted it. Watson puffed his lips out in an exaggerated huff before facing me. Bonnie, aren't you a character in Omori? Yeah, I'm Sunny, actually. Which, it's really funny because, my IRL, like, my dead name, nickname is legitimately Sunny. Like, I used to get called Sunny Bunny a lot as a kid, by some friends. And, at my old job, I told them to call me Sunny and not my dead name, because I don't like my dead name. But I like Sunny as, like, a nickname. And there was this one girl at my job that was like, yeah, when I met you, I thought of Omori. and like, I got assigned to give her a gift for Christmas. So I got her like an Amori thing. Quick, favorite mystic messages character. Ooh, Ray. Good choice. Is it Ray? I forgot this one. Yeah, I love Ray. Ray's super good. The damage was irreparable. They're all good, but Ray is one of my favorites. I still think of that Soul Sunny thing Dwarf shared with you at some point. The allegations. Sunny is a cute nickname. Yeah, I like that nickname a lot more now that I've played Amori, because I used to hate getting called by my birth name because it sounded like really feminine. But now I associate Sunny with like Amori, so I'm like, yeah, I like that name.
気を悪くするかもしれないけど
This isn't what you want to hear, Emily, but
君は
unlike
貴
you...
族のお嬢様だ
Alright, but unlike us, you're a part of the nobility.
万が一のことがあれば
With this case rumored to be as ghastly as it is, one wrong move could spell the end. I don't agree that you should come. You understand, don't you? Don't worry, when have I ever been in a life-endangering situation, Watson?
それはわかる
Please don't pay attention to literally any other stream of this game. I do, truly, but still... I genuinely appreciated his concern for me, yes, but if there were any doors that would allow me a closer look at this case, I would swing them open without regret. My heart gave an erratic, uncomfortable shudder as I pictured the potential danger waiting before I forcibly dismissed it. I valued an answer to the truth over any pain. So I responded, I should like to see the crime scene.
Wata-san.
I'm a true crime girlie.
私を
Is
心
that
配してくれ
is
る
that
の
the
も
right
嬉しいけど
option? Let me see. Yeah, that I should have known that was the right answer. You're sweet to be so concerned for me, Watson.
私も一緒に行って
But I should like to see the
現場を確かめ
crime
たいの。
scene for myself. Even if I can't solve the game,
解決
I
でき
want
な
to
か
be
っ
a
たと
part
して
of
も
pursuing the truth.
事件の真実を追えるなら
でも現
I'm
場は
gonna
イー
use
ストエ
this
ンド
for
の
my
貧民街だ
podcast.
それは分かってるだろ
And I can sympathize to a point, but this one involves the slums of the East End.
危険だと分かっている場所に君を連れて行くわけには
That place is as dangerous as they come. It's not right to take you with us knowing that.
それなら馬車の後ろに飛びついてでも一緒に行くわ
Then I shall grab onto the back of the carriage and force my way.
でも
But, Emily,
君の負けだな、ワトソン君。
there's no point in arguing, Watson. Holmes is clearly pleased and quickly moved on to considering the details of their upcoming case, whilst Watson sulked with doubt but relented, feigning to the fact that he would never convince either of us otherwise.
では、急ごう。
Then we shall depart immediately. And we did, mentally preparing ourselves to visit the stage of the most recent murder to take place. I'm sure I won't recognize anyone at the scene.
ホームズ君にワトソン君遅いですよこっちこっち
Oh, there you are. You certainly took your time, didn't you? Come along now. The first person we met was the sergeant, who had been waiting as we were instructed just outside Harrington's gates.
現場までお連れします
I shall be responsible
さあ
for escorting
馬車に乗っ
you.
てくださ
Come
い
in if you would.
ってあれ
What's this?
あなたも
Will you be accompanying us as well, Emily?
ええお願いします
I won't be getting in the way of the
捜査のお
investigation.
邪魔はしませんから
I presented my ring to him, and knowing its worth, he respectfully minimized his disagreement whilst doing nothing to hide a concerned brow.
でも大丈夫ですか
I have a ring
貴
that
族
makes
の
my
娘さんをお連
finger
れするよう
hurt.
な場所じゃないと思うんですけど
So I'm basically a really big deal. Would you possibly reconsider? I feel the East End isn't a suitable place for an upper-class woman to visit.
すみません俺も止めたんですが
I'm sorry, sir. I said the same thing.
いや、しかし、彼女は女王陛下の探偵。むしろ、事件解決に心強い味方を得たと考えては。
I believe we're all aware of her status, but lest we forget, she is also one of Her Majesty's detectives. We should be rejoicing that we have someone so valuable, a meat shield. There seemed to be a fine enough point in Ryan's mind, for he gave no further protests.
まあ確かにそう考えれば 切り裂き魔事件に関する我々の捜査も大きく前進するかもしれませんね。
Yes, I do see what you mean. Perhaps with her help, our investigation will finally make some progress. Or if the murderer comes after us, he'll go after her first.
よし、ぜひ我々にご
Very
協
well
力を。
then. We'd be honored to have you with us, Emily.
ライアンさんって
As soon as it benefits you, you can't wait to sing your praises and damn the danger.
ワトソン
Did
君
you say something, Watson?
何か言いました？
いえ何も。
Nothing important, apparently.
警部を待たせてい
The
るし
inspector is
急ごう。
waiting for us, so let's make haste.
はい。
Right away. Oh man, you need to set it to ego background to get the little zesty Dante on the anniversary profile. Oh? One by one, we climbed aboard the police carriage. I hate how a good chunk of like the really cool like backgrounds look better with the ego background. Like the one background that you get for playing the recent Kanto with like all the stars on it and stuff. You can't really see like a good chunk of it unless you use the ego background, but I like setting the IDs as my background. We made our way through the East End. I'd been listening to the steady sounds of wheels on cobblestone, its click-clack clacking a familiar song to me, yet it did nothing to comfort me. Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
ひどい匂いね。
The smell is dreadful. Does this smell like chloroform to anyone? The smell which swept the streets was so dense that it perforated the carriage, assaulting my nose and tickling my throat in oh no, she's being... I'm in poor people land. Okay. That's what she's saying. Okay. I'll take a moment. Thank you. Let me stretch. Ugh.
ミス・ホワイトリー、イーストエンドは初めてか？
Is this your first time visiting the East End, Miss Whiteley?
話に聞いたことがあるけど、実際に来たことは、二人は来たことが。
I've heard stories about it, but no, I've never been here before. What about you two?
ああ、前に何度か。この事件が起こってから二人で視察に来たんだ。
On a few occasions. Since these murders began, we've been coming to survey the area.
だけどここの空気にはなかなか慣れないな。
I still can't get used to the air here. More than the smell was the sight of something truly disturbing to me. Sitting at the side of the street was a woman surrounded by children. All were filthy with unkempt, unwashed hair, like the fur of a stray. Girl, you really should not be comparing people to animals, okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? And their clothes ragged and so mudded in color that I could not describe if they were dirty or dyed. Jesus. Well, if Akechi's route was the racism route, this is the classism route. Yippee! Oh wait, that's the wrong effect. This store... Let me go into my effects. Turn this one off. Wait, you're people and also a bunny. I can't compare you to a bunny? No, I am a bunny. This is all just a hologram. That's why I'm able to distort like this. It looks so funny when you set like the fish lens to be right here. Look at my face. Oh my. Gormless. This is a gormless face. Chibi mode. Oh my god.
この辺りの貧民街では家族で一部屋に住む者もいる。
In this part of the city, there are entire families who have but a single room to house them. Holmes seemed to sense my shock. In a low tone, he explained,
1日単位や時間単位で借りられる借間に住む者もいるが、その金すら持たない者はああして道の片隅にたまり込むしかない。
Some rent places to live, paying by the day, hour, whatever they can afford. And for those who can't afford it, the streets are their beds.
貧しい女性の中にはその日の暮らしのために体を売る者もいる。やるせない話だ。
Amongst the women, it is not uncommon to resort to selling their bodies in hopes of making enough to live another day. It's a depressing world.
人目のない場所に誘い込ん
Luring
で
them to a quiet area
彼
and
女らを
murdering
殺害す
them
る
would
のは
not be a difficult task.
難しいことではないだろう。
So Jack the Ripper is just a coward.
犯人は
Our culprit
そうい
is
う
someone
生き
who
るのに
cuts
必
down
死な者
people
たち
so
を
desperate to live
音
without
もなく
making
切
a
って
single
捨
sound.
てたんだ。
Though quiet, I felt the anger at which this case seized him through grinding teeth and clenched fists. Just learned about poor people. Damn, that sucks. Emily Whiteley.
ホームズ、
あ、
And
ここの不老者に
Emily,
は
some of the people in the
不病を患っている
streets are riddled with skin diseases.
不用意に
Best take
近づ
care
かな
not
い
to
よう
get
に
too close.
それと
Same for the rats that fill the slums. Don't touch them.
病気を
Yeah.
持っているやつばかり
Oh, I don't think I need to worry about the rats with you next to me, professional rat slayer.
わかったわ。
I'll be careful, Watson.
残酷な話で目を
It's
背
so
けたくなった
terrible.
かもしれ
If
な
you
い
turned a blind eye to it, I think that would only be natural, but this is the reality. God, Watson just hates rats. I just imagine he brought up the rats, not because they have, like, the plague or anything, but just to be like, damn, I really fucking hate rats. Indeed. I nodded slowly.
この街の現実から目を背けて、
I don't believe it's
事件を
possible to
知ること
truly
なんて
understand this case
できな
while
いと思う
choosing
から。
ignorance of the happenings here. A conviction now twice its usual strength, we rode in silence till we reached the scene of the murders, the Whitechapel district. The first place we chose to investigate was the site of the last murder. The sun had begun to set by the time we arrived. Eerie shadows creeped around us.
下がってください押さないで
Stay back! Don't push! The police had cordoned off the scene, though to their credit, it had taken more than a rope to keep onlookers at bay. There were so many who expressed equal amounts of horror and a rapaciousness for more, crying oath and shoving for a space to view anything heinous. Perhaps less out of fear and more for entertainment, I cannot be true. Oh no, it's the true crime girlies! The crowd made it difficult to maintain a noble woman's modesty and stay close to my partners. I did manage it as well as I could at least, and together with the sergeant, we ducked beneath the rope to pass.
というわけで、ここが被害者、娼婦ニコルズの殺害現場です。
And this is where our latest victim, Miss Nichols, was discovered. We need TV, Bunny. Maybe someday I can get like a little TV model. That might be fun. The body had been carried away long before, but remnants remained, surely. The blots of dark red belonged to her. An artful splatter now stained the ground in an arc. And though enough time had passed to allow the blood to dry, it was impossible to ignore the stench of iron coming from the ground and walls. So,
ここで
this is where she was
被
killed.
害者の女性
Such a dreary one. Just squish this one.
寂しくて薄暗い。
Make my head bigger. My chest tightened. It was the first time I realized how little a newspaper could convey a tragedy. Yes, in this very spot, less than a day prior, there once lay the body of a woman. Her throat had been cut to force her into silence, and the only thing left to do was wait for the end, alone, in pain. I wondered if this was why the atmosphere felt so oppressive.
レストレード警部は今、対策
Inspector
本部で会
Lestrade
議
is
中だ
in
か
a
ら、
meeting at the moment,
僕
so I
が
shall
説明します
explain
ね
in his stead. He bulleted the details quickly, starting with the most recent murder.
被害者が殺害され
The
たのは
victim was
昨
killed
日
last
の夜
night, with her body being
巡回中の
discovered
警
by a
官が遺体を
patrolling
発見しまし
officer.
た。話によると
Reportedly heard
彼は
no
悲鳴や
screams
物
or
音
loud
を
noises
一切
during
耳
his
にしなかった
patrol.
そうです。
ホワイトチャペルでは
I
すでに2件
presume
の
he
連
was
続
one of
殺人
the
が起こっています
officers ordered to patrol
その
after
警
the
戒の
first
ため
two
に
murders
配置さ
occurred.
れた警官ですね。
はい。
That's correct.
この地区の警
Vast
戒を強
numbers
化
of
するために
officers from Scotland
ヤードが
Yard
大
has
勢
been
配属され
assigned
て
to
いる
the
んです。
area every night to prevent
それ
our
なの
killer
に
from acting.
はい
And yet,
周辺で不審者は目撃されなかったんですか？
and there were no suspicious people witnessed in this area? How has Ryan gone through
はい
like
残念
three
ながら
routes without being evil?
遺体はす
Don't
ぐに
worry,
検視
he's
に回さ
evil
れました。
now. Cause we're with the villain. He's evil to us, the villain. None, I'm afraid. Body has been immediately taken for autopsy. Ryan stiffened.
切り裂き魔の被害者の致命傷となった喉の傷跡には大きな特徴があります。
No, that's not how that works. That just makes you evil. There's something very distinctive about the fatal wound.
前回までの事件では致命傷は喉の傷で、遺体の体には他にもたくさん
Do
の
we
刺し
have
傷、
like a
切り傷
copycat
が残ってい
killer
ました。
or something? Up until now, it's always been the throat, with various stab wounds and cuts being found elsewhere on the body.
ですが今回は腕のいい外科医がメスで開いた時のように 喉だけがすっぱりきれいに切り裂かれていたんです。
This time, as it happens, the only wounds were the throat. Very clean wounds, like that of a surgeon's.
しかも左から右へ切った傷と右から左へ切った傷、
I wonder how
両方が
accurate
同じよう
this
に
is for
綺麗
like
に
the
残されていました。
documented, like Jack the Ripper cases. One cut was made from left to right, the other from right to left. Neither one showed any less precision than the others.
それじゃあ犯人の気球でもわかりませんね。
That makes it impossible to tell which hand is the killer's dominant one.
今のところの容疑者は？
Any potential suspects?
いいえ、残念ながら決定的な証拠を持つと思われる人物は誰も。
I mean, you can at least add someone with like a medical history on the list. Nobody. The evidence gave us absolutely no leads.
ただ候補としては
Oh fuck
医者、
yeah, Ryan!
当社、
The best character
異
in
常
the
者、
game, right?
外国人、それに娼婦に恨みを持つ者が挙がっています。
Our currently compiled list, all speculative, mind you, includes doctors, butchers, those of unsound mind, foreigners, and those who bear an open grudge against prostitutes. Why foreigners?
特に今回これは
I wouldn't
外科的
include
な知識と
narrowing the
実践
list
を積んだ
down
もの
as
でな
from
けれ
this
ば
particular
できないで
murder.
しょうし、
We believe such injuries would only be possible in the hands of an experienced surgeon.
ちょっと待ってください。人を助けるために
Now
最善を
wait
尽く
one
すのが
minute.
医者で
Doctors
す
are
よ。
people who dedicate their lives to helping others. Uh-huh. Real brave words said coming from the rat killer. Yeah, okay, rat blaster. Just as Watson sought to make a stand, he was interrupted.
おい、とっとと切り裂きジャックを見つけろよ。
Listen,
警察は無能だ
how
な。
long's it going to take, you bloomin' idiots, to catch Jack the Ripper? Them bobbies are raced. The man roared over Watson, silencing him and creating a dark energy amongst the crowd.
切り裂きジャック
In it? Hey, yo, jeez. Jack the Ripper.
我々もこの事件の犯人をそう呼んでいます。
Started using that name
例の
too.
事件の
Killer
犯
of
人
the
だ
Whitechapel
とい
murders
まい
is
ち
a bit
伝わりにく
unwieldy,
いで
you
すし、
see. Why Jack? Interesting. We have a classmate with the same name.
とにかくそれらしい目撃情報もないし、動機もさっぱりつかめない。
Regardless, we're
まさに
short on reliable
霧をつかむ
eyewitness
ような心地
accounts,
ですよ。
and we lack a strong motive. Everything is pure conjecture. I like to imagine that like Jack's dad like saw people calling him Jack the Ripper, and when he had a child, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna name him after my legacy. His shoulders sank despondently.
庁舎に行けば検視の詳しい結果もわかるはずです。次はそちらに行きましょう。
Well, I believe we've seen enough here. The autopsy results should be ready. If you let me escort you to where they are next.
お願いします。
Very well.
さあ、 下がってください。
Please step back. We filed again beneath the rope, being very conscious not to corrupt the scene as we left or make strong contact with the seemingly unscrupulous crowd. I'd failed this attempt completely, instead being caught between so many human bodies packed together that I was pulled away from the other three.
下がって。怪我人が出るから無理に押すな。
His voice sounds really familiar, like it's Tomikazu Sugita or something. Step back, otherwise someone is liable to be injured. I could barely hear the officer's voice.
いけない。
No,
このままじゃ
I need to get back to them. I can't lose sight of them. I was desperate. I tried to flail and push my way back through in a panic, but I simply wasn't strong enough. And then I felt one anonymous hand reach into my pocket. Don't steal my wallet.
何？もしかして泥棒？
What? Is that a thief?
やめ。
Stop! Oh, even worse. We're getting chloroformed. As I'd gone to shout, another hand appeared over my mouth. My panic only grew. I couldn't understand what was happening.
いや、
No! Help!
助けて。
What? How? You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. Are you not next to them? She got separated from them because there were too many people trying to see the crime scene. All delicacy was lost to a desire to break free. What up? I'm back. I got called from work, like if someone was about to die. I come here and there's nothing to do, but they won't let me go home and I'm like, brother, this was my day off. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Leonix. I hate when that happens. But all my thrashing was for naught. I was deeper buried within a throng who cared nothing for a helpless girl, and I did not have the strength to defend myself. Knowing you, I would not be surprised with you saying, oh, it's better, we're getting chloroformed. Oi. Do I look like that much of an enthusiast to get murdered? Don't answer that. I tried. I never ceased to stop fighting. All while being dragged away through the swarm of apathy. Yes, I said not to answer that! Also, hi there, Scarcon! Yoo-hoo! Whoopee! At least you get paid for it. I sure hope I do. You better be getting paid for that! Mr. I prayed every day to get in a coma. Hey, that's different. That's different. You know why I wanted to fall into a coma.
ちゃんとついてきて。
I wanted my soul to get sent into a video game, okay? There's so many people here. Emily, how are you? Emily, where are you? A valid reason is still a reason.
ワトソン君、まさかとは思うが。
Yes, I said it's valid. That's my compromise. Also, you're also cool with falling into a coma then, hmm? Watson, don't tell me. Maybe not enthusiastic to be killed, but enthusiastic to see Emily get killed. True.
ああ、
I
遠く
hope
に
we
は行っ
get
て
a
ない
lot
は
of
ずだ。
death scenes
Saga
in
so.
this route. She can't have gone far. Let's look around. Damn, they got you with that emergency right on your day you have off. Easiest trick in the book. Yeah. God, I've had that happen so many times, being like, oh, we have no one at the front. We need you to come in. And then I come in and they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you home after like 2 hours of work. Bitch, why'd I come over here?
さあ、おとなしく宝飾品と金を置いていきな。そうすれば、これ以上のことはしない。
Alright, miss. Hand over your money and all those pretty things you got on you. I'll let you go if you do. I don't think my childhood was really marked by any character in a coma, so probably not. Amnesia, on the other hand. Yeah, I feel like so many series has amnesia in it. It's almost a little romanticized now. Oh, sorry about that desert sickle. That is a redeem for one of my other models. Could someone refund desert sickle for the points?
嫌よ。
I would never.
この だ
taught
痛い目を見たいのか
What bit do you? Hi, Elio cutie. Hope you're well. Oh, hi, Sammy. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Having a really good day today. Hope you're doing well too. All in the head. It's okay. Just wanted to spend some points. Okay. Whatever. At least I can hang out here. Yeah. I don't see no Halo. Nya 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 nya. He edged closer, my wrist gripped between his hands to the extent that it hurt. I didn't know how I had answered him then, because fear kept me from moving.
なんとか
Boy, it sure would be really good if like a murderer came and killed this man that was trying to like steal shit from me. God, I need to find Holmes and Watson. I met eyes with the man, every part of me shaking, but I summoned the last bit of courage I could find within me. Petitioned to add a no blep sticker on the other models. That way, outside of Limbus streams, it'll be fine. I have been thinking of maybe like adding each model as like separate redeems for like the same price so that people know what they're getting for like each model. But then again, that would probably be like a pain having to disable certain models like every other day. Back nerves turned into a sudden outburst of strength as I brought the heel of my shoe down on his foot. I lurkies here while I work. Oh, good luck on your work, Semi. It would be a huge pain in the ass, yeah. I won't actually do it. I don't think it's worth it, Elio, yeah. Y'all know death is the only punishment that theft deserves. It worked! His grip loosened for a split second. Just enough time for me to pull my hand away.
おい待て
Voice, you, stop running! If you really want to make sure people don't waste points, just do blep/insert line to say if not bleppable.
早く逃げなきゃ目の届かないところまで
Never! Run, Emily! Run! Run out of sight! There was but the one thought as I dashed through the East End, which, directionless as it already felt to me, I now began to fill its streets with an evening fog. I risked diving further into the maze by turning into a concentrated alleyway. All my hopes were placed in becoming lost in the haze and darkness. I never looked back. The 1/15th of a pion.
君に助けられたわ。なんとか逃げ切れていたらいいんだけど。
For once, I'm grateful for the fog. I hope he can't find me. My running only ceased when I heard no footsteps behind me. I continued to walk deeper in whilst catching my breath, my path ahead growing slimmer. Just do half a P sound. It's so cheap that it doesn't really matter, unless you're a psycho. When the shadows were at the darkest and the building nearby sheltered me, I stopped to survey my surroundings, finally feeling as secure as one could in my circumstances. The area was deserted.
どうしよう。
What if I were to stay here?
とても
I'm surely a long way from
離
where I
れて
was
しまったみ
now.
たい。急いで戻るべき。だけどさっきの男が私を探しているかもしれ
You
ない
could
し。
label it blep/waste points. Well, we already have a waste of point redeem. Would it be better if I found my way back to where we were separated? But what if that man is still looking for me? My thoughts kept going in circles, each point leaving me completely undecided, when I heard someone other than me for the first time since entering the alleyway. You have a waste a point redeem, not waste points. Blep/waste more points. Very different. Why are you guys so eager to waste more points? Just save them up. Ty? I am not refunding you. Yeah, enjoy your wasted points.
何かしら。
I don't have a token spending problem. I can stop whenever. Uh-huh. Well, I can't waste a point. Who is that? Where's the thing to shovel the wasted points into my account? I guess if you really want, we could do like polls to make you waste stuff, like predictions. You know what? Here, I'll give you guys a prediction if you truly want to waste your points. Wow, it's been a while since I made a prediction. Was the last one Nahida in the next 30 pulls? Wow. Alright, here you go. Wait, what? Oh. Here you go. I had to reword it. Here, if you want to waste your points, here you go. Let's go gambling! It's called becoming a mod and cheating the system. Speaking of, it would be funny to have channel point bets in the Skullgirls streams. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. Thank you for replacing our spending addiction with gambling addiction. I've seen point betting and Skullgirls Mobile before. It works. Huh. I second that notion. All in, boys. Someone was approaching. Ellie, I will say that prediction was criminally short. Wait, really? Whoops. Hold on. I thought I set it for 30 minutes. Whoops. If I delete that, will that refund you? Okay, yeah, that will refund you. Wait, what? You set it for 1. Oh. Okay. I think, did that refund you guys? Okay, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, it was set at 30 seconds. I meant to put it as 30 minutes. There you go. Yeah, you got refunded? Okay, cool. Don't think I got a point refund. Can I be reimbursed my 50,000 points I put in? I know there was not 50,000 points, you cheater. 30 minutes seems entirely too long. It'll probably take a while before we get to the reveal. The one thing impossible to miss was an eerie glint edging in my direction. Is that a claw? As long as the answer is not revealed in that time, it's fine, yeah. Right then, the moonlight cut through cloud and fog alike to illuminate a second figure. A man wearing a silk hat. Gotta try it every now and again. Its brim was large enough to shroud his face. But I was in no hurry to discern his facial features after I saw his hands covered by bladed weapons. Each of his fingers were equipped to stab and dig like the claws of a wild animal. This guy really went all in and having faith in Emily. Well, at least someone believes in Emily. Those blades rose and hastily approached the running man's throat. I also put my faith in her, but not enough to go all in. I drew in a large breath and held it. I couldn't look away. The man struggled to speak, but what came was an unintelligible gurgle through his throat. His clavicle depressed unnaturally. What little breath that could be drawn was stuck fast beneath the blood coagulating within his esophagus. Let's go gambling! Bet against Emily, but I'll still root for her. I hold no faith. And then he dropped to the ground. There was no more struggling, no more sound, nothing.
そんなあんなにあっけなく悲鳴すらあげる暇もないなんて。
It can't be. How? He didn't even have time to scream before he... With clothing so dark they blended into the night, it was difficult to catch the motion of the man's silk hat turning downwards to stare down the body. There were two other things I could see. His claws, now polished and red, and mid-length hair, which was nearly as light in color as the moon. When I finally took a breath, I choked. The smell of blood was so unusual and all-consuming that I wished I could vomit the taste from my mouth. My heart banged at a pace I could not keep up with. My palms were sweating. Terror was the only thing keeping me on my feet. I knew that if any muscle in me relaxed, I would collapse to the ground.
彼に見つかったら私は殺される。
If he notices I'm here, he'll kill me. Knees weak, Pendleton spaghetti. What a romantic CG. You can really see how much he loves her. He loves her so much that he'd kill a man. That's hot. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die.
ダメ。早く逃げなきゃいけないのに足が動かない。
They really chose this romantic CG over literally any Emily X Marple CG. Right? It's not fair. Please run. Why? Why can't I move?
どうしよう。このままここにいたら私も。
I need to get going. What's wrong with me if I stay here? I was betting on her running away so that we could decide whether the vote was legitimate or not. Oh, you're making me second guess myself now, Emily. Was 30 minutes not too... Was 30 minutes too much time for people to put in votes? Oh my god, he's a murderer! Wood. What is wrong with me? Holmes, shut up. The sweat dampened my back. The panic overwhelmed me, and I let out the breath I'd been holding. It depends on your definition of forever. I guess take a while to discover. I don't think not recognizing in one meeting is forever. I figured once we switch off the game, that would be like a yes or no answer.
早くここから離れなきゃ。
So we still got an hour or so left. Let's go, Emily. Come now, quickly. I've made poor financial decisions. I count it if it takes more than 2 meetings to figure it out. Yeah, but I think the poll or predictions you can only reward like within 24 hours. Time was short, and I'd willed myself to turn. Oh, excuse me. To turn away from the sight. I thought it carried over. Oh, does it? If it does, then I'll wait on, like, deciding it then. Unless we get to 2 meetings. I could run away from this. I could survive this. I took my first step.
おい
Hello there. A low whisper rumbled behind me. I couldn't even scream.
私に気づいて。
No, he's noticed me. There's nothing I could do.
声を出すな。
Don't make a sound. Again, I felt my mouth being covered by an anonymous hand. I felt the piercing, sudden cold of iron against me. Surely she recognizes the voice. You'd be surprised. The dead man's blood, which lined his claws and was the only warmth overpowering the chill, filled my nose and mouth with a vile scent.
もうダメなの。私も。
Oh, it has to be within 24 hours? Okay, yeah. So when we switch off the game. This is it. I'm going to die, just like that man. I shut my eyes. I didn't want to see my last moments. The only thing left to do was to wait for the last breath I would ever take.
動くな。下手に暴れれば
Don't move.
お前の
Struggle.
顔が切
Not
れ。
cut your fight. Oh, does he recognize that she's Emily? His voice trailed off as if he was distracted by something.
お前
You.
な
Why?
んて。
I hope so. She's literally just herself. This fog is so thick, I can't see your face. Why would he not notice? I mean, remember in Watson's route where he was like literally point blank fighting Watson and they were like, the fog's too thick. I can't see who he is. Surely she recognizes the goofy accent. What? Everything seemed to stop in a different sense than when I was frightened. The voice close to my ear sounded familiar, and I dared to open my eyes. Holy shit. Holy shit. I might... Okay, chat. I'm nervous now. I'm nervous of, like, moving forward while the 30 minutes is going and just, like, people putting in votes after the reveal. Should I close the prediction? Can I close the prediction? Oh, end submissions. End submissions. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I saw white.
これはハンカチ。
Isn't that a handkerchief? His palm, the only part of his naked hand I could see, was indeed wrapped in a handkerchief. What's more, it was the same hand as Jack's injured hand from earlier in the day. Hey, yo! Whoa! She's not a dumbass!
まさかそんなことって。
No, that's ludicrous, but that handkerchief is mine, and that voice is...
お前って。
You're on his route. Why would it take that long? Jack? Emily? With brain cells and eyes? More likely than you think. How the fuck does she recognize the scarable things? Vaguely gestures at Watson. Yeah, they got like infrequent bouts with him in Watson's route. Man, what about Watson? Watson is an outlier, because she's romancing Jack, the random guy, not Jack the Ripper. I heard a sharp inhale from the man behind me.
あなた。
Is that you, Jack? Okay, I considered that her having brain cells. I considered this a no. I consider this a win for the no. Watson is an outlier. I said this to him. We keep letting this game trick us. Okay, chat, are we all in agreement that the no voters win? We keep letting this game trick us of going, wow, this route is really weirdly good. Like, no, it was just Watson's route being horrendous. The rest of these are fine. Hang on, let's see this to the end. Okay. The tightening of my throat textured my voice into something hoarse and painful. I didn't know if the words could even be understood when spoken aloud. I mean, yeah, she point blanked asked, but sure, let's continue.
お前には
You're right. Emily is dumb enough to be like, oh, okay, if Jack said no. It's none of your business. His voice was equally low. As well as equally in pain, he answered with anguish.
いいか
Listen to me. You need to leave the East
この
End
ままイース
now.
トエンドを出ろ
There may be denial, you never know.
ここで見たことを絶対誰にも言うな
Ain't no wood what you saw ear to another soul. If you do, I'll kill you.
いいな
Understood? I thought it was Jack, but he said no, which is a relief, because just because he's a killer, he wouldn't lie, right? I don't think denial is being dumb though. Like, she was smart enough to deduce it, yeah. I would say it's a win for the no voters, but we'll keep going. Just in case. Just in case she pulls some Watson bullshit. Is that balance between sharp and on the verge of breaking? There was but one answer, I nodded. I feel like her just being able to deduce it, though, is enough. She could do something dumb enough to cancel out that deduction, yeah. You never know with Emily.
俺がこの手を離した
I'm
ら
gonna let go. Start walking.
前へ
Keep
歩け
walking. Don't you think of turning around. The hand over my mouth slowly lifted. I could finally breathe. Every single intake of breath made me soar down to my lungs. But I had never been so grateful to know they would not be my last. Were I to turn now, that man, him, he would be standing there. As long as I did not see, it was my imagination at best, and I could live. And then the yes voters would win. If only I could turn around. I wanted to see his face. I wanted to confirm that he was there. Amazed Jack just didn't kill her too. Like how often he kept jumping her in Watson's room. Well, now he has a crush on her. I steeled my all, physically and mentally, clenching my jaw tighter than I ever had. As the need amplified to bursting, I had to remember my own words. It wasn't possible for me to truly understand if I chose ignorance.
Jack!
早く行け
Go now, okay. I ran. As I did, rapid-fire theories and excuses were dawned upon and discarded. So many, so suddenly, that they began to pile up into a jarring mess. My chest still hurt. But I still kept running. How far have I gone now?
どこだ
Emily, where are you? The voice came from farther ahead, and against what I thought myself capable of, I moved even faster towards it.
あよかった無事だったんだな
Emily, thank God you're safe! As soon as Watson saw me, he rushed over.
ごめんな君を見失って怖い思いをさせて
Just another common Watson L. I'm so sorry. If I hadn't lost sight of you, this must have been terrible for you. I wanted to respond.
大丈夫か怪我してない
Emily, are you alright? Are you injured? I placed a hand on my chest and breathed in as deeply as I could. Quite no
大丈夫よ。
injuries.
なんでもないの。人混みに飲まれて、そのまま流されてしまって、道に迷ってしまっただけよ。
I was pushed along by the crowd and then I found myself lost. But I'm alright now.
そうかでも君が見つかってよかったホームズと分担して脇道という脇道を探してたんだ
Yes, of course. You don't know how relieved I am. Holmes and I split up to search every corner of the city for you.
そうだったの。ごめんなさい。
Forgive me for worrying you.
本当にどれだけ心配したか早くホームズにも知らせないと
You really have no idea. I need to let him know I found you. Right.
なあ本当に大丈夫か
Oh no, he's actually using his brain. You sure you're alright? I feel like something's happened and you're not telling me about it. How come everyone's suddenly using their brains in this route?
大丈夫ね和田さん。ホームズも探してくれているんだから早く行かなくちゃ。
No, honestly, I'm fine. If Holmes is still searching for me, then we'd best find him now. Let's go. Calm down, I repeated inwardly. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It was the only thing to do as I fumbled over an answer to Watson's satisfaction.
ホームズとは場所を決めて待ち合わせしてるんだ。歩けるかい
Not to worry. We have an agreed upon meeting point. Can you walk? I can. As I took my first step, Watson gave me pause. Emily, there's blood in your hair.
髪の毛が違う
What?
もしかして
Is it from when he was behind me? Emily, girly.
抑えられたって
Your lies are catching up to you.
どうしたんだ
Tell me what happened.
ぱり
You really are
なんか
hurt.
怪我してるんじゃ
違うの和田さん。
I'm not. Really, this is... It's likely from when I was being pushed around in the crowd. Certainly, that must be it. There is a corpse over there. Emily, did you kill someone? That'd be so funny.
君
Do you see how
にし
you're
ては様
behaving?
子が少し変
You're
だよ
shaking like you're terrified of
震えて
something.
るし
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
何かに怯えているみたいで
He watched me sincerely, leaning close as if to comfort me. Part of me had hoped to reward that as a friend, but I knew that I couldn't.
和田さん
Please, Watson,
本当
I
に
promise that nothing's wrong. Let's be off, shall we? Defending a killer does touch stupid territory. But the killer's so hot, though. He offered his hand. I accepted. But fretful as I was in wake of the affair, my grip was very weak. Of course, you would say that. Emily. Instead, he grasped a little more tightly to mine. A real tragedy of a guy who chloroformed you and was threatening to beat a 16-year-old girl in a foggy street. I got a lockjack up for that one. Watson had the amazing ability to be so kind that it hurt as much as any wound. The guilt now settled in.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
あなたや
I
ホームズ
am.
に
I hadn't meant for this to happen to you two. Incorrect, Emily.
とにかく
Let's
今は
keep
ホ
our
ームズ
heads
と合
on
流
for
しよ
now and meet with Holmes.
う俺の
Hold
腕に
tight,
捕まって
alright? Certainly. Thank you, Watson. With the support, we moved at a steady pace until our destination. Watson reacted first with worry. Holmes, of course, reacted with a healthy dose of admonishment.
まったく
How could this have
無事だった
happened?
から良かったよう
I'm
なも
glad
の
you're
の
safe, but
君は
whatever were
本当
you
に
thinking?
ごめんなさい。
I'm so sorry,
Holmes.
Holmes. He was angry, and rightfully so. But he must have been besides himself not knowing where I was.
警察の馬車でご自宅へお送りい
Would
た
you
しま
like
す
to escort you
こちらへ
home by carriage? Right this way, ma'am. Didn't exactly choose to get kidnapped. Nothing felt quite as real as we left the East End. Also, I smell something. It's like a really weirdly strong, like, vitamin kind of smell. I'm gonna investigate that for a second. Just because it's like a really strong smell. I'll be right back. Okay, no idea. No idea where the vitamin smell came from, but like, I don't know. I guess it's coming from outside? Because I can smell it in my room. Like, coming through, I guess, the window. And when I go into the house, it doesn't smell. Maybe drugs? Yeah, it smells kind of like citrusy, but like with a... Like, I don't know. Like when you smell like one of those tablets. Like a multivitamin tablet or something. Like that kind of smell. That's what I mean by it smelling like a vitamin. Like if you take one of those and sniff it, it smells kind of strong like that. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not coming from the house, so. Nothing felt quite real as we left the East End.
今日私が見たものは夢ではなかったのかしら。
None of what I saw was a dream, was it? Thinking at that time I just said, hey, have you ever smelled the inside of your prescription bottle? That shit smells awful. And you just instantly did it. And I'll do it again. That totally checks out from Elio. And I will do it again. I won't actually.
いいえ、むしろ
I did lick Switch cartridges.
知れないわ。
I did it on stream for the content. Immediate retching noise. Yeah, I can imagine that. No, I wish it were, but today was real. I placed my hand on my cheek to remember the prick of those claws. The memory of their chill was enough to me. I wonder how the Switch 2 cartridges will taste.
あの声、あのハンカチ、まさか
I will need to test it out for
ジャッ
science.
クが
His voice, the handkerchief. I wish I could believe it wasn't Jack. Alright, I'm paying people out. Yeah, that sounds very much like ain't no way. The Switch 2 will have games? Perhaps. Okay, cool. Congratulations, believers in Emily. She had a brain. The Switch 2 will have games? Probably they will get rid of that feature. I don't know. They might give it a new flavor. And there was the Jack who gave me a letter and thanked me. There was the Jack who slit the throat of a man without pause. As the two merged into one in my mind, I felt strained for solace, the concept alone becoming much too sad. Upon arriving home, and in a rather predictable fashion, I was met with one of Pendleton's lectures. He had been made aware of the incident after I was lost. From what I could gather, the yard chose to contact him as a precaution.
まったく
I swear it.
警察の方
Police
が
were
この
at
屋
the
敷
front
に来
door.
た
I
時
thought my heart was gonna
私は
stop
心
for
臓が
good.
止まりそうになりました切り裂きジャック事件で騒がれているイーストエンドにお嬢様がいるなんて
Never in my wildest conceptions did I place you in the East End, not with Jack the Ripper prowling its streets. Okay, so like... Hmm?
最悪お嬢様が被害者になっていたかもしれないのですよ
What if you had been killed? I was silent.
お嬢様どうかもう一度よくお考えください
If
ご自分のされ
If
た
I
こと
were
が
to sell
本当に
books for
正しかったの
secondhand
か
stores where my Switch cartridge is laced with poison, it's not my fault someone licked the cartridge. That sounds like that Apollo Justice case. If I coat my stamps in poison, it's not my fault if someone licks the stamp. Yeah. starting to sound like. Same hat, bro. I must ask that you think long and hard about whether what you did was right.
お嬢様がイーストエンドに行かれたこと
Did your
で
presence in the
事
East
件に
End
有効
allow
な手がか
Scotland
りを
Yard
見
to
つかっ
find
た
any
の
new
か。
clues?
お嬢様のされたことは結
Did
局
your presence
ホームズ
benefit
君やワト
Holmes
ソン
and
君が
Watson?
事件を調べる邪魔になっていなかったか。
確かに
You're right. The answer is no to both of
答えは
those.
全てノーだわ。
The lecture brought me to absolute shame.
そう、
All I did was flee the scene.
私は
I
ただ
never investigated
現
anything.
場から逃げ出したんだわ。今まで
Now that I'm safe and
自
can
分
think
がどれだけ恵
clearly,
まれていた
my
のか
position is unmistakable.
ど
I
れ
am
だけ無力で
privileged. I am pampered.
甘えてい
I
た
am
のか。
powerless.
私は知ら
Damn,
な
I
かっ
mean, you're the one that said it, not me. Close my ears hard. I'm still playing through Apollo Justice. Oh, yeah, we didn't say who it is, but
た。何も知らないまま学園に通い、
yeah, we'll move on from that
い
subject.
つか結婚して
I'm deeply sorry.
両親の残した遺産とこの家で平和に暮らしていたはず。
Should I choose it, I could live to stay in ignorance for the remainder of my life. I could attend school, accept a man's hand, and then live happily ever after with a fortune I did not earn.
それに美しく平和で華やかなロンドンの顔しか知らずにいたと思うわ。
And London would remain forever beautiful. I looked at Her Majesty's gift on my finger.
私はこの指輪に恥じない探偵なのかしら。
Am I a worthy recipient of this ring?
お嬢様は確かに素晴らしい勇気と知恵をお持ちです。亡くなられた奥様とよく似ておられます。
I do believe you possess an abundance of courage and wisdom. You resemble your mother very much in that regard. You only deserve this ring if you report Jack right now. If you're letting him get away with it, I don't think you deserve the ring anymore, Emily. Only one of those things, but alright, Pendleton. I get it.
お母様と
He killed one guy, as far as we know. And he was asking for it. I mean, the guy was suited up in I'm going to kill you gear. Is this to comfort me? A man does not just equip fucking Edward Scissorhands if he's just going out for a jog.
はい。その優しく朗らかな人柄と豊かな発想で困っている人を助けていらっしゃいました。
I wouldn't lie. She was always a kind, lively person with a wealth of ideas, and she never turned away from those in need. You got kidnapped in the East End within 15 minutes. A man can't defend himself?
奥様が助けられた方はこのロンドンにたくさんいらっしゃるでしょう。
He's like, I have the right to bear arms. These arms specifically, my Edward Scissorhands. I'm certain there are many who owe a debt to her, great and small.
お嬢様がロンドンで人の助けを得られるのはそうした過去から積み重ねた伝統や功績による力もありましょう。
And that the people of London are eager to lend you their ears is a testament to what she and others like her realized.
その指輪がもたらす信用はお嬢様の力だけで得たものではないのです。どうかそれを忘れないでください。
With that ring, your trust is unquestioned, not because of your personal achievements as a single bearer, but because it symbolizes the achievements of many in the past. Please never forget that. Okay, so I'm gonna go against what the ring represents, I assume.
ええ、そうね。私本当に何も分かっていなかったんだわ。
No, of course not. I really have been ignorant of so much all this time. With each new thought, the weight of what I'd seen and done grew heavier. I never considered Her Majesty's ring with the respect that was wholly due. I'd respected it in a way in which I thought sweetly fulfilling, only to now see that Without it, and even in some form with it, I was irrelevant to this case. Even after I retired to my room, the pain in my chest did not subside. There was only the shy grunt of wood as I opened one of my desk drawers. It was where I kept all of Jack's letters to me. My fingers caressed along the envelopes, some neatly folded, whilst others were creased from dangling pockets, until I picked out just one to hold.
ジャック、私、あなたに聞きたいことがあるの。それに、聞いてほしいことも。
I think it would be really funny if someone intercepted this specific letter that she's sending to him. Are you the murderer, Jack? Jack, I have something I need to ask you, and something I want you to hear as well.
手紙に書ききれないくらい、お話ししたいことがあるの。それなのに。
There's so much I want to discuss with you that a letter wouldn't be enough to cover it all, and yet...
怖い。
I'm afraid. He felt so far away now, and in my heart was an unease that whispered our relationship would never return to the way it was. Yeah, that's because you're dating him now.
ジャックの手紙への返事。
I need to write him a reply.
私。
Well, can no longer be friends now that I know that you're a mass murderer. I guess I have to date you now. But what to even write? I didn't know. I only stood before my desk and continued to cradle his letter. Let's go. Apologist hour. Woohoo!
あなたのいない学校。
Oh. Very angsty title there. The night passed into the morning. My encounter gave me a discomfort that made dawn seem inconceivably wrong. But time went on as it should. Even the worst of nights have their end. As I went to read the morning paper, I held my breath. The headline read,
イーストエンドのホワイトチャペル地区で
Ghastly murders continue in Whitechapel.
昨日の深夜
A patrolling officer made a grueling discovery last night when he chanced upon yet another mutilated figure on the streets of Whitechapel.
異常者によ
Found near 12 o'clock, the victim, an unidentified woman in her 30s, appears to have met a brutal end at the hand of someone of unsound mind.
る首には
There were 2 visible lacerations in the neck of the victim. Police currently suspect these were made by a sharp blade, as the wounds were so penetrating that the head was partially severed from its torso.
さらに
Alright.
腹部を殴打
Yeah,
する
what the fuck
2つ
was
の
that?
大きな裂傷
What the fuck was She is the Forest, I am the Rot? They never explained that title! They never explained that! Wait, why was that chapter called She is the Forest, I am the Rot? What? What did he mean by this? 2 similar, larger lacerations were also found across the victim's abdomen. I forgot about that! Oh my god. Good meme. Holmes and other roots. If she dies, that's better for everyone. Holmes and his roots. She is the forest. I am the rot. Yeah, brain rot, I guess. Because we still don't know what the fuck he meant by that. We completed his route and they never explained that. That gave me motivation to perfect it. Like, Akechi's route explained, like, the moon and like, ocean comparison. They did not explain that. The article continued with a description of the victim's body and all its various wounds in extraordinary detail. But the thing that I found most striking was the headline itself.
またも
This can't be the murder I witnessed last night.
私が目撃した
It's a metaphor for
イーストエンドでの
opioids.
殺人じゃないはずよね。新
I
聞には
am
載っていない
rotting
し、
away because I'm doing
倒れていた
drugs.
のは女性ではなく男性だった。
It's not anywhere to be seen here either. One would think a man's murder equally relevant news.
誰にも言わないと約束して、
I'd simply fled the scene and promised not to tell anyone about it.
私はあのことを誰にも話していない。
And I've held to that
この
promise.
先も
I've not told anyone, and I shan't ever do so.
誰にも言わずに。
He gulped. I witnessed a murder. I saw his murderer. As the air became pungent with the stink of iron, he silently accepted the loss of life before him. His lack of hesitancy painted a man who believed it was right for the man to be killed. I mean, yeah, he tried to chloroform you. I, meanwhile, became an artist with her brush stolen from her hands. I stood and watched with no defense, no truth to paint, frozen with fear. I did not believe it was right, but still, I watched. Being seen must have been a cruel miscalculation on his part. A natural thing to do, horrible as it was to think, would have been for me to be added to the bloodshed. Why am I still alive?
動くな。
Don't move. Struggle and I'll cut your fight.
お前の顔が切れ。
Emily, you didn't just watch. You are actively hiding his identity.
お前
You? Why?
なんて。
あなた
Is that you, Jack?
なの。
お前には
That's none of your business.
関係ない。いいか。お前はこのままイーストエンドを出ろ。
Listen to me. You need to leave the East End now.
ここで見たことを絶対誰にも言うな。もし喋ればお前を殺す。
And ain't no word of what you saw here to another soul. If you do, I'll kill you. Understood? I knew that white handkerchief wrapped around his hand. I knew the voice too, and his manner of speaking. They brought to mind one person. I wished I could distrust my eyes, turn away and pretend I knew nothing. If only I could. I didn't want to believe any of it, but I did.
イーストエンドで凶悪な事件が起こることは珍しくないのかもしれない。
Maybe there's some truth to violent crimes being commonplace in the East End. Are you trying to gaslight yourself into thinking, oh, it wasn't that bad? The least detective-y route for the least detective-y character.
あそこは貧しい人々が日々生活していくためのわずかなお金を稼ぐために苦しんでいる場所だわ。
The people there struggle so much. They barely have the money to make it through another day. I'd heard rumors of many who spent what little they had drowning their misery in strong-smelling alcohol in lodgings fit for no human being.
今までだってイーストエンドでは多くの事件が発生していた。
And to be sure, the skying of murders was far from the first crime to be recorded in that era. What is that word, skying? Is that like streak? It was a true den of injustice.
だけどまさかそんな事件とあのジャックが関わりがあるなんて。
But I still cannot fathom Jack being part of any of it. My mindset spiraled between the truth and denial. The paper's contents and Jack swirled about so much that even my appetite had become suppressed.
ペンデルトン、申し訳ないけど
She is
今日は朝
coping.
食はいらないわ。
She's on that
紅茶だけお願
copium
い。
molding. Forgive me, Pendleton. I'm not hungry this morning. I'll only have some tea, if that's all right.
わかりまし
Quite
た。
possibly seething.
どうぞ。ストレートのダージリンです。
Of course. If if I might pour you a cup of Darjeeling, then. My mood had been completely sullied, and my usually lively breakfast table felt bereft of cheer. Even the fragrance of the tea, which was high quality by any standard, smelled unpleasant to my nose.
嫌だわ。ペンデルトンの視線がこんなに気になるなんて。
I feel uncomfortable. I don't know if I've ever been so conscious of his gaze before.
私が秘密を隠していることにまさか気がついてはいないわよね。
Has he noticed I'm keeping something from him?
どうしました？紅茶が渋かったですか？それと
Oh
も
my god.
いよいよダイエットの決意を新たにされたとか。
Is something the matter? Perhaps the tea tastes too bitter to you? Or have you finally committed to slimming your waistline? Shut the hell up, Pendleton.
そういうわけじゃないわ。あなた、それは私にダイエットをしなさいという圧力のつもり？
Oh, don't be silly. Is that your attempt to pressure me into a diet?
いいえ、お嬢様は今のままで十分
Okay,
お
why'd
美
you
しい
say
の
that
で。
then? Absolutely not. You're more than beautiful as you are.
もし死体で発見
Should
さ
your
れても
corpse ever be
内臓
discovered
ま
in
でお
London,
美
no
しい
doubt
と
the
ロン
papers
ドンの
would
新聞
eagerly
も褒め
report
た
on
たえる
how
でしょ
even your organs were works of art. Pendleton, please! Bro, you know that I got in an instant in East End, like last night, and I might be withholding information from you. Like, have you ever processed that maybe someone was trying to kill her?
陰惨な現場に花を添える
Right, they would write
ロー
of
ズ
a
ヒッ
stunning
プティー
flower
の香
dyed
り
red velvet at the
死して
scene.
なお
Rave
その
in
美で市民を
response to
感
the
動させるとは
rose-hip tea
さす
emanating
が
from the
ホワイトリー
body.
家の
Truly, only a Whiteley can move the world with such mangled beauty, even in death. He's fucking with her.
もういいわ。
You may leave now.
下がってちょうだい。
That's too extra, Pendleton. What is wrong with you?
嫌です。
Shunt. Goodness.
ただでさえ危険
No
に鈍
mind
感
for
なお嬢
danger
様
at
に
the
は
best of
この
times,
くらい
so
釘を刺
I
してお
believe
かな
it's
いと。
vital to instill it bit by bit through my tales of whimsy. Oh, he's trying to make her afraid.
釘を刺すというよりも
Whimsy indeed. I
嫌
should
がらせ
sooner
に
think
近い
you
よ
a
うな
humbug
気がするけれ
reveling
ど。
in his cruelty.
でも
But
切り裂き
anyone
事
would
件の
lose
こ
their
とを考
appetite
えると
when thinking about the Ripper case.
食欲がなくなるのは確かなのよね。それに
And what of the poor women who have been killed?
イーストエンドの貧しい人のことを考えると
連続殺人の
I can
犯
only
人
pray
が
the murderer
一
is
刻も早く
apprehended
捕まる
quickly.
よう祈るばかりです。
連続
I
殺人
agree. I want to read over the paper again.
確かに今まで
I sure hope someone
Wait,
turns him in
that's a bit
soon. I sure hope he gets a witness that can report him.
そしてニコルズが殺されているわ。どれも貧しい女性を狙った犯行だった。
There are 3 known victims thus far. Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Tabram, and Mrs. Nichols.
その通りです。
So I've heard.
あの辺り
That
はもともと
particular
物騒
area
でした
has
が
always been notably
この事件の
dangerous,
せい
but
で
as a result of
最
this
近は特に
case,
警
the
察
alarm
も
has
巡
been
回を
patrolling
強
it
化して
rather
いるようです
frequently
ね
of late. And still the number of
それなのに
deaths keeps
犠
climbing.
牲者が増える一方だわ。
お嬢様
My lady, I'll
念
make
のた
myself
め
direct
もう
one
一度
last
釘を刺して
time.
おきますが
Stay away from the east
今後は
end.
くれぐれもイーストエンドにはお近づきになりませんように。あの辺りは不衛生な
Its
貧民
slums are
街
unsanitary
犯罪
and
の巣窟
persists in its repute as a
お嬢
veritable
様も
nest of
その身をもっ
crime.
て危険だ
You
と
saw
分かっ
that
たでしょう。
firsthand yesterday, did you not? What the fuck do you mean that if you ordered the Heathcliff meal at Hum Hum Pop Pong, they put it on pages from Wuthering Heights? What? What? They just like buy a bunch of copies of Wuthering Heights to rip out the pages?
お嬢様が言っても死体が増えるだけです。
Hold on.
間違ってもこの事件を調べようなどとなさらないでください。
What the fuck? Also, of course it's fucking fish and chips. Most British ass thing ever. I didn't even notice it the first few times I saw it. I can't believe they actually did that. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Come on, thank you for the stretch. If I see that anymore, I'm gonna get hungry. Damn, they're trying to attract all the freaks. Yo, so that means if I buy the Heathcliff meal, like, maybe like 50 times or so, maybe I'll be able to read the entire Wuthering Heights story.
ロンドンにはあのシャーロック・ホームズ、そして息子のエルロック・ホームズもいます。それに優秀なスコットランドヤードもいることですし。
London has the famous Sherlock Holmes, his very equally capable son, and the renowned Scotland Yard at its service. Your help is not needed.
そうね。
Yes, you're right, of course. I placed the newspaper back on the table.
もし
If
もしあのシルクハットの男がジャックだったとしたら。
that man really was Jack. If only he were anyone else. If only, but I knew that he was not. This gave light to a possibility the friend in me wished to lock away forever, whilst the detective in me ruminated the evidence.
私の知っているジャックがこの連続殺人の犯人切り裂きジャックだったということ？
What if Jack is the one responsible for these murders? Could he be the Ripper? Why would they call him Jack the Ripper? Do they fucking know? Do they fucking know that he's Jack the Ripper? I hated the very thought.
でもジャックが
Why isn't anyone putting him in jail then, if they already know that he's Jack?
私のことだって一瞬で殺せたはずだわ。
But if he were, he would have killed me without a second thought.
どうして私を生かしたの？目撃者を放っておけば後々命取りになる。
So
ためらいなく人を
why
殺
let
せ
me
るなら
live? Leaving witnesses will only hurt his chances.
止めればよ
If
か
he's
ったのに。
capable of murder as I've witnessed, why not do the same to me? The game just got done telling you that there's two different ones. Yeah. I circled through the events searching for an answer. As many loops and detours as I made, I found nothing. What was I supposed to do?
しかし良かったです。イーストエンドに行かれた後ですから、さぞ食欲をなくされているだろうと懸念しましたが。
Well, you gave me cause for concern. For a brief moment, I thought your experiences in the East End had robbed you of your appetite.
紅茶をきれいに飲んでいただけて安心しました。少しはお食事もなさいませんか？
But you seem to have made short work of that tea. Have you changed your mind on getting something to eat then?
もしかしたら学園へ行けばジャックに会えるかもしれない。
I wonder, if I go to class, will I find Jack there?
ここで落ち込んでいる場合じゃないわ。ちゃんと確かめなくちゃ。
Then I won't dally a moment longer. The truth is waiting for me, and I must find it. Oh, hi there, Phoenix! Hello! Hope you're doing well today. I could pursue nothing on an empty stomach.
少しだけいただこうかしら。サンドイッチでも。
I will try and have a bit of something. A sandwich, or two.
ええ、結構なことです。ホワイトリー家の当主にとって、図太さも時には必要な資質です。
Oh, I read that as blood retraction for a second. I read that as, I shall accept your blood retraction with pleasure, my lady. And I was like, what the fuck are you? No, it's bold. Project Moon-ism strikes again. Knowing when to admit your untruths is as glowing a quality for the head of our household as any, I must say. Oh, you woke up feeling sickly, to be honest? Oh no. I hope you recover soon then, Phoenix. Give me your blood. So romantic.
もういいから。私はそろそろ学園へ行くわ。
Never ask Elio to write text in
馬車を
blood
出してちょう
font.
だい。
Oh, you want me to write it in blood font? Okay. Let me just cut someone open real quick. That's quite enough, and I would like to leave for school soon after, so please ready the carriage.
かしこまりました。
I understood. I learned yesterday that Jack is the old English word that just means guy, and that is why the Jack is a card, and the lumberjacks have that name. Oh, really? So it's just guy that rips. As you wish. So his dad just named him Guy. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper. I heard his name what felt like an infinite number of times upon settling foot on the academy grounds. I didn't have work last night, so a whole lot of sleep helped. Oh, good. Yeah, be sure to take it easy and get lots and lots of water in your system. He wasn't in the courtyard. Could it be he's not here yet? Guy the Ripper. Dude the Ripper. His desk was empty. I found it a disheartening sight under the circumstances.
今日の新聞見たか？イーストエンドのホワイトチャペル地区でまた死体が見つかったらしいぜ。
Did you see this morning's paper? Another body in Whitechapel.
ああ、喉を切り裂かれた女性が目を見開いたまま仰向けに倒れてたってやつでしょ？
I did. She was found face up, wasn't she? Eyes wide open, throat slashed and such.
恐ろしいよな。死体が見つかった時まだ血が流れ続けてたってんだから。
It's a terrible fright. Heard she was still bleeding when the patrolmen found her. Oop, pretend I redeemed hydrate. Alright, I will hydrate. Oh, I'm out of water. Hold on. Let me go grab some water. Is my mouse unplugged? It's plugged in, but it's not. The mouse isn't moving. What the heck? Why isn't my mouse working? It's literally plugged in. I see the light. Okay, I guess I just needed to turn it off and then back on. Now it's working.
声も漏らさず一瞬で殺されて驚いた顔のまま死んだんだ。犯人は絶対刃物の扱いに慣れてたってことだよな。
To look the way she did without making a sound must mean the culprit killed her in an instant. Experience with handing blades, too, with what he's done. Gordon pointed at his own neck and made a distasteful slashing motion across it for emphasis.
だろうな。
Come on,
一瞬のうち
Gordon.
に殺して逃げたに違いないよ。
So we've been led to believe. I don't know why they did it and fled so quickly.
おい、俺らも帰りに現場を見に行かないか。少しは事件の手がかりが。
Would you be open to investigating the scene on the way home from school? We may have our answer with a bit of digging.
バカ、やめときなよ。
You idiot, don't even think it.
その通り。君たちはやめておいた方がいい。
It is right. I've never heard anything so foolish.
事件に興味を持つのはわかる
I
が、
sympathize with your
現場を
interest in
踏み
the
荒ら
case,
される
but
のは
strutting about the
捜査
crime
妨
scene
害
would
当然
impede
だ。
the police's investigation.
それに学生がイーストエン
Even
ドを
that
たむろするの
aside,
は
the
関
East
心
End
でき
is
ない。
no place for
普通の
students
家
at
なら
play.
子供が
Unless your
心配だ。
family is absurdly queer, they would be rightfully worried to no end.
まあな。だけどホームズのところはどうなんだよ。
And you're the exception?
自慢じゃないが、僕の家
I
は
would be
普
the
通
one
じゃ
with
ない。
the ascendant. I was about to say that. Yeah, it's because your family's queer. I would be the one with the absurdly queer family. Much as I am loath to admit such a thing, I mean, you're the one that said it, Holmes, not me.
それ自分で言うことかしら。
He shouldn't admit such a thing at all. Marple and Watson both sighed with fantastic drama. Holmes, for his part, continued with indifference.
父さんは自分の身の安全よりも
Father is
事件の
prioritizing
解
the
決と
successful
真実を
resolution
優
of
先
this
する。
case and the
僕も
truth
そのつもりだ
of。his own well-being, and I intend to do the same. Marple, let him out of the closet.
ホームズ、そのく
Yeah,
ら
if
い
he
に
wants
して
to
おけよ。
come out, let him come out.
だってさすがに
I'd really
この事
rather
件で
you
お前に無
didn't.
茶はして
No
ほしくない
case is ever too great that's worth taxing yourself.
俺は嫌だな。
What if one of us become the
誰
next
かが事件
victim?
に巻き込まれて
Never want to experience a graduation ceremony without all of us present.
ワトソン
Then
君、
learn more for yourself.
それより
The
先
odds of
に
you
君は
failing
自分の
a
心
class
配
are
でも
much
したま
higher
え。
than me dying.
僕が死ぬ前に君が不注意で単位を落とすかもしれないからな。
Oh,
演技でもない
stop
こと
it.
言う
That
なよ。
hits me right where it
なんか
hurts.
リアルだな。
反論できないなんて
No clever retort,
Watson.
Watson.
あな
My, you are pitiful. Common Watson L.
マーブル女子も容赦ないな。
You're no better than Holmes.
ホワイトチャペルでの連続殺人事件
If
は
we're
これで
finished with
3件目
jests,
だ。
I'd like to return to the case at hand. They gave Watson the letter W in his name because they knew he would never get a W any other way.
被害者のスミス、パブラム、ニコルズ。彼女たちが刃
Three
物で切りつけ
victims,
られたこ
Miss
とに
Smith,
は
Miss
間違いない。
Chabram, and Miss Nichols. All were attacked with a bladed weapon of some description.
毎回狙われるのは40代の貧し
They
い
are
女性。
also impoverished
ホワイトチャペル周
prostitutes,
辺の娼
aged
婦
from
だ。
their late 30s to early 40s, working in the Whitechapel area.
いずれも犯人はまだ捕
No
まってい
culprit
ない。
thus far, and that is
同一犯
quite
の犯行だ
singular,
と見られているわね。
as we've a firm enough pattern to conclude it's the work of one person. I listened closely to the conversation, feeling restless all the while.
犯人は非常に医
This
学的
culprit
な知
also
識を
happens
通
to
じて
possess extensive medical
喉を切り裂
knowledge.
き確
Each
実に
time,
声
they're
帯を
sure
切っ
to
て
sever the victim's vocal
悲鳴を上げ
cords
る暇
before
も
they can
なかっ
scream.
ただろう。
確かにどの犯行も
Oh my god,
悲
it's
鳴や物
Watson's
音を聞いた
dad?
者はいなかったらしいね。
It's the most plausible explanation for 3 cases, with no reports of screams or sounds of any kind.
じゃあ犯人には医術の心得があるってことね。例えばお医者様か、あるいは医者の卵か。
You're proposing the culprit may be part of the medical profession then? A doctor or one's trainee, for instance.
ワトソン親子にぴったりの条件ね。
I should kindly like to point out that makes both you and your father suspicious.
おいおい、やめてくれよ。俺だって医者の卵だけど、そんなことしようとは思わないぜ。父さんだって。
Come off it. I'm a trainee, but I would never in my wildest imaginings do something like this. And the same for Dad, too. Killing rats, on the other hand, I'm more than happy to do that.
冗談よ。ムキにならないでちょうだい。
I was only teasing you. Don't take it to heart.
真顔で冗談は本当やめろよな。
I'm gonna take it to heart if you say it with that expression. Ugh.
つまり凶器は手術用のメスのような鋭利で小さな刃渡りのものだと思われる。
No, I'm of the opinion the weapon being used is rather small, like a surgeon's scalpel.
あくまで僕の推測
And
だ
that
ね。
is, of course, just my opinion on the issue. Holmes then turned to face me for the first time since their discussion began.
で、ずっと黙っている君の見解は？
Well,
Miss
you've
White.
been unusually silent. What are your thoughts on this, Miss Whiteley?
私は
Well, what is there for me to say?
どうした？僕は君の意見を聞い
What
て
is
いるん
it?
だが。
Speak up now.
それが
Well, I can't tell anyone what I had seen in the East End, ever. With nothing clever to substitute the truth, I stumbled on the first word before falling silent again.
君お得意の斜め上の持論を展開してくるのかと思ったが、
But not even a small theory on your
お
part.
となしい態度だ
Quite
な。
meek today. I was just thinking how I could get captured.
何も言わず、塩らしくしているなん
I
て。
know you more as the type to
全く
blunder
君ら
and
しくない
bluster.
余計なお世話よ。
Alone.
それならさ、お菓子でも食べれば
just the thing.
何か浮かぶ
How
んじゃ
would
ない
you
か
like something to eat, Emily?
Hold on.
Here. A custard
カスター
tart?
ドタルト。って
How nice,
Wonderful.
Watson. Oh,
Hold
what's
on.
this for?
どうしてこれを？
I brought it in case you needed feeding. What am I? Your pet?
なんですって？
What was that? Marple gets offended. That's my job. I'm the one that lovingly makes meals for Emily. Know your place, vermin.
っていうのは嘘。君ってお菓子食べるといつも笑顔になって冴えるから。
Not like that. Whenever she eats something sweet, she has the most lovely smile and her head clears right up.
それに今日の君はなんだか元気がないし。ほら、
You're as
これ
loud
食べ
as you
て
were yesterday.
元気出して。
Eat something and keep to your usual cheer, alright?
ありがとう、ワトソン。
Thank you, Watson. He was so kind to think of me. Really, the thought touched my heart.
だけど、今日は遠慮しておくわ。私もこの事件を少し冷静に考えたいの。
But I will refrain for today. I want to give more serious thought to this case. My heart had sank to my bootlaces. To think, this misery would be preferred to cheer. And it was preferred for one reason. If I slipped into smiles and laughter, my mind may wander all too easily into the events of yesterday. That, as I saw it, was a worse kind of misery.
ごめんなさい。せっかくのお菓子なのに。
I hope I haven't put a damper on things. You had to have gone out of your way for this.
いや、気にしないでいいよ。それくらい君もこの事件を真剣に考えてるってことだろ。
Nothing of the sort. You simply have your heart set on this case, don't you?
ええ。
Yes. More than my heart, if Jack was a part of this case, and I wanted to keep my focus rigid till its conclusion. My eyes wandered to his still empty desk a second time.
私が見てしまったもの。決して忘れてはいけないと分かっているけれど。
I don't know if it's something I'll ever be able to forget.
どうしてかしら。誰にも話してはいけないのなら、いっそのことすべて忘れてしまいたいと思ってしまうのは。
I can't tell anyone. I'm all alone in this. I wish I could forget.
そうすればジャックにこんな疑いを持たずに済んだのに。
If I did, I would have no reason to suspect Jack. Mr. Mackenzie then entered the classroom, disrupting my darkened thoughts.
さて皆さん、席について。
Take your seats, class.
何度も言うようですが、連続殺人事件のせいでロンドンの街もすっかり物騒です。
Now, I've spoken of this a number of times in the past, but with the recent murders taking place, London is no longer considered a safe city. We're all evacuating and moving immediately to Japan.
くれぐ
I
れ
hope
も
none of you are
イースト
racist.
エンドには近づかないように。それに夜遅く街を出歩かないようにしてくださいね。
Take care not to stray close to the East End, and try not to go out at night unless absolutely necessary.
それから急なお知らせですみませんが、
Lastly, I do realize this is sudden, but I have a bit of sad news. Oh, is Jack no longer gonna be coming to school? He turned towards Jack's desk. I wish I could go to Japan if I'm feeling unsafe.
ジャック・ミラーズ君はしばらく学園を休むことになりました。
Jack Millers will be taking a leave of absence until further notice. The room ruptured into rumors and whispers and immediate nonsense.
持病が急に悪化したそうで、治療のために年内に学園に戻るのは難しいそうです。
I've been told an illness he's been plagued with for some time has taken a turn for the worse. The treatment could take the remainder of the year. Oh my god, he's got the plague!
そんな。
No! I didn't want to believe it any more than I wanted to believe anything else that had been happening.
持病で学校に来られないだなんて、あまりにも急な話だわ。
A chronic illness? That's so sudden. Too sudden.
私、そんな話、一度も聞いていないし、も
He's
らった
never
手紙
once
にだって
mentioned such a thing
そ
to
んな
me.
ことは。
Not in person, nor in his letters. It's just gonna look suspicious to everyone. I
一
can't keep
日も
covering
早
for his
く彼
ass.
が学園に戻って
I wish him a
ま
full
た一緒に
recovery,
勉
of
強でき
course,
るよう
as I'm
に
sure
な
we
る
all
といい
do.
ですね。
It would be lovely if he could return and study with us again.
では
That is the
今
only
日の
bit
お
of
知らせ
sad
は
news I have,
これで
thank
終わり
God.
です。
Having said his piece, he then swiftly propped his notes upward and gave them a tidy shuffling before retiring.
嘘だろ。
Does he think he's some kind of
確かにジャッ
funny
クって
man?
体弱
He
そうだ
always
ったけど
looked
さ。
frail, but not to this extent.
確かに
I've never
いつ
seen him
も
eating
昼を食べて
lunch
る
come
様
to
子
think
も
of
なかっ
it.
たしな。
でも
Still,
この
this
タ
is
イミング
not
で
time
学
to
校に
stop
来ないな
coming
ん
to
て怪
class,
しす
isn't
ぎない
it?
か。
Wait, when the killer
イ
in
ースト
every
エンドの
man's
事件だっ
lips
て
is Jack
切
the
り裂きジャックの
Ripper?
事件だろ。
Oh god, I can't keep covering your ass, Jack. Even they're beginning to piece it together.
おい、怖いこと言う
Let's
な
not
よ。
go that far. Those whispers disturbed me, and unable to come to his proper defense, I bit the inside of my lip to allow some strange comfort. They were so quick to turn on someone over an unfounded rumor. It was maddening. I could bear my own shadows. I was content to shoulder the responsibility that came as a witness to the unwitnessable. It was the ready condemnation from others who knew nothing that hurt so much more. I'd never seen them and the killer in the same room before.
ねえマープル、ジャック
Pardon
は
me, Marple,
去
but
年も病
has
気でよ
Jack
く
ever
休んでいた
taken
の
leave for this before?
いいえ、
Never.
今まで彼が
As far
学
as
校
I
を休んだ
recall,
ことは
he
一度も
hasn't
ない
missed
は
a
ずよ。
single day of school until
持
today.
病のことは
And I
私も初
certainly
耳
heard
だわ。
nothing about him taking ill.
そう、
Uh,
お昼休みに
shall we ask
Mackenzie
Mr.
先生に詳
Mackenzie
しい
what he
話を
knows
聞い
so
てみま
much,
しょう。
dear? If we know
病気に
from
よ
what
っては
Jack suffers,
すぐに戻
we'll
れる
learn
かも
how
しれ
soon
ない
he
し。
can return. It took me too long to find the gift, but when I heard Watson talking about the cake, it was fucking... Hold on. Emily, for the love of God, you met him for like 5 days. Yeah, keep eating that shit. Yeah, get fatter.
そうよね。
Yes, that's an idea. Yeah, that is Watson.
僕たちも行こう。突然の彼の休学は少し気にかかるか
Oh
らな。
no, not Holmes. Don't arouse Holmes. We can't project another fetish onto Watson. Too late. We shall join you then. The situation's aroused my curiosity as much as it has any other.
ごめんね。ホームズって言い出したら聞かないからさ。俺も行かせてもらうよ。
Don't mind him. He won't listen once he's set his mind to something.
ホームズ、ワトソン。あら、あなたたちも彼が心配なの？
Are you too worried as well?
勘違いしないでもらいたい。今回の切り裂き魔のこともあるし、彼が学校を休学するのは
Jack,
僕に
you
とっては事件と
fool!
同じことだ。
He's on to you! Don't be daft. The Ripper case, what it is, his convenient leave from the academy is a mystery worth dabbling into it. Dabbling into in itself, not dabbing.
面倒な人ね。一緒に来るなら勝手になさい。
Your wit makes you wicked, Holmes, but if you wish to join us, by all means. We agreed to approach Mr. Mackenzie during our lunch hour. This was usually not a particularly difficult task, and today was no exception. We successfully apprehended him on his way to lunch in the hallway. Holmes dabbing. I also dab when I try to figure something out.
マッケンジー先生、少しよろしいですか？
Sir, might we have a moment to speak?
おや、皆さん揃ってどうしたんです？
Of course. What brings you here?
ジャックのことなんですが。
It's about Jack, you see.
ジャックは
Would you happen to
ど
know
んな
what
病気
ails
なんです
him?
か？
If he's been hospitalized,
病院
we'd
に
love to
入院してい
pay
る
him
な
a
ら
visit.
お見舞いに行きたいんですが。
I
ミ
see.
ラーズ君の
You wanted to ask
こと
about
ですか？
Mr. Miller's. His voice grew weak.
す
I'm
みま
afraid
せ
I
ん
don't
が
know what happened.
私
or
も彼の
where he's been
病名や
taken.
彼の入
It's
院先まで
possible
は
he's recovering.
自
Treatment
宅
from
療養
home,
かもしれ
too.
ませんし、
それなら、
Is that so?
もしよければ
Then may we ask for
彼の
his
家の住
address?
所を教えていただけませんか？
His features then slumped into something similarly weak, a grimace akin to what one might put on when they've tasted something unpleasant.
ホワイトリーさん、
Smartly.
彼が
Are
イ
you
ーストエンド
aware that
出身だということ
Jack is from
は
the East End?
知っていますか？
はい、
I am,
知
sir.
っていますし、
And that it's a rather
その
sore
ことは
point for him.
ジャック自身も気にしていました。
あの、
I don't speak
あ
of
ま
the
りこんな
subject
ことは
lightly,
言い
but
たくないの
do you
です
also
が、
remember this morning when I
切り
mentioned
裂
the
き魔の
Ripper
事件のこと
case?
は知っていますか？
It's about our friend Guy. I think he is the Ripper.
ええ、有名な事
Oh
件です
yes,
し
I also read about it in the paper. Word has grown quite rapidly in recent days.
この時期にイーストエンド
And
に
you
行くの
know
は
that it's
危
also
険す
far
ぎ
too
ます。
dangerous to visit the East
た
End.
とえお見舞い
Your
のためで
intentions
も
are very kind
生
and
徒
I
がそんな
commend
場所
them,
へ行くの
but
を
I
許
cannot
す
in
なん
good
て。
conscience allow my students to visit.
それはこの時期だから
Is
です
this
か？
for now?
それとも
Or would you say
生徒
this
が
of the
イー
East
ストエン
End
ドに
even
近
if
づ
there
くこと
were
自
no
体がい
murderers
けないと。
skulking about in the streets?
あ、
How to put
それは
this?
なんだか
There's something
先
suspicious
生の
going
態度が
on.
釈然とししないわ。
実は
If I'm
先
honest,
生に
I
分か
know
ってい
very
ること
little
も
about this
ほんのわず
situation.
かで、今日の朝
I only received a
彼
brief
のお父
message
上
from
か
his
ら
father
電
this
信が
morning.
入ったんです。
電信が
Did you? Is it alright to
内
ask
容を
what it
教え
said?
てもらえませんか？
ええ、
I don't
構
see
い
the
ませ
harm
ん
in
が。
that. Mr. Mackenzie had the letter on his person to our good fortune. No time was wasted in presenting it to us. Or did he write it on a fortune cookie?
ジャックは持病悪化のため
Jack's condition, a rather
年
serious
内は
chronic illness,
休学
has
させてい
taken a
ただ
rather
く
sudden turn for the worse.
ヘンリー・ミラー
And
ズ。
so, he'll be taking leave for the remainder of the year. Henry Miller's.
ヘンリー・ミラーズ。
Who is Henry Miller's?
彼がジャックのお父さんですか？
はい、
Yes, adoptive
正し
father,
くは
to be
養
more
父ですが、
precise.
私もミラーズ君の入学以来、ヘンリー・ミラーズには会っていません。
Though I've never met the man for myself.
ミラーズ君は貧しい生まれの子で、彼が引き取って養子にしたそうです。
I'm only aware that Mr. Miller's was born in poverty, which led to his father taking him in.
お見舞いに行きたいけれど、
So, we
それも
can't
できない
even
なん
visit
て。
our sick friend?
先生方の間でも、実は以前からミラーズ君のことを気にする者がいまして。
There's been some worrisome talk amongst the staff regarding Jack for a while.
イーストエンドは貧民街ですし、伝染病や不衛生な部分もあります。
The East End is a horrid slum. It's unsanitary as they come. Disease runs rampant.
いっそ彼を退学させるか、家を出てもらって学園の
Oh
寮
my god,
に
they're
入
playing
れ
the
るか。
violin and all.
そんな意見も多か
Yeah,
った
very
んです。
sad. Many believe it would be best to expel him, or at the very least, force him to live in the dormitory.
だから生徒を見舞いに行かせるなと学園からも きつい通達が出てたんですよ。
It pains me to stand by this as things are, but no. You cannot visit your sick friend. No one can.
理不尽に感じる気持ちはわかります。だけど住所は教えられないし、お見舞いに行かせるわけにはいきません。
I understand how this must feel to you. Very much so. But I shan't tell you where he lives. After my last
そうです
fortune
か。
cookie,
で
I've
も
grown to dislike
イ
them.
ーストエンドにいることは
Did
確
your
かなんで
fortune
すよね。
cookie say something bad on it? Understood, sir. Then you do affirm he lives in the East End, yes?
ホームズ君、私の話聞いてました？
What? Have you listened to a word I've said, Holmes?
ダメですよ。今は危険なんですから。よりによってあのホワイトチャペル地区に行かせるなんて、そんなこと。
Yeah. You are not to visit them. Think of the danger. One foot set in the East End alone carries far too great a risk. Allowing students to visit Whitechapel would be insanity. Yeah, I don't like them either. They always kind of taste like paper.
なるほど。彼はホワイトチャペル地区の住人なんですね。
Oh, so he lives in Whitechapel.
しまった。
Oh no.
犯人がみんな先生みたいな人ばかりだったらいいのに。
If only all criminals were as easy to go into confession as you, sir.
もう本当に大人をからかうもんじゃありません。
Good lord, that's no way to speak to your teacher.
大丈夫ですよ先生。僕たちはレストレード警部の捜査に協力している関係上、ホワイトチャペル地区には足を運びますから。
You needn't worry. We're assisting Inspector Lestrade with his investigation, as you know, so this won't be our first experience in Whitechapel.
まったく皆さん一筋縄ではいきませんね。
I should have known you
さ
would
すが
prove yourselves
私の
tricksters.
教え子たち。
My students are certainly a clever lot. With a smile that proved half impressed, half bitter, Mr. Mackenzie politely excused himself before continuing on his way.
ホワイトチャペルへ行くのは俺とホームズだけにしよう。切り裂き魔の事件は被害者はみんな女性だからね。
I do think it's best if Holmes and I are the only ones who go. The victims of the Ripper case have been women, so we'll...
もし何か分かったら報告しよう。
If you find anything, we'll be sure to inform you. And then their body bags come in the next morning with their corpses.
ありがとう、二人とも。
Very well, thank you. I accepted the proposal with reluctance. Inwardly, I held to my concern for Jack. With nothing more to be done, we returned to the classroom.
なあ、どうだった？本当のことを教えてくれよ。
So what happened? Tell us. Okay. I think I am gonna stop there for the day. So we will revisit this another day. I am really hungry. My tummy is rumbling. So I'm gonna go take a break to go eat something. But I will be back with some trials of mana in just a little bit. So I'll see you then. Yeah, go get some food in my tom-tom.